My name is Tanya Painter, and I'm a naturopathic doctor. And I've been a primary care doctor in Washington State for probably about 9 years now, and just starting to kind of get burnt out of the one-on-one visits. And so I decided that I wanted to go online and really focus in on doing migraine care, migraine specialty. And the problem was that I didn't have any business training, and I'm pretty sure that's the case for everybody in the medical community. And so I just started doing a lot of research on different people who specialized in the healthcare field in business training, and I ran across Yuri and the HBA. And so before I joined him, I had started kind of putting together a program, and I had enrolled in a couple other courses to kind of show me how to do an online program and how to do some group coaching and that kind of thing, but it didn't go at all into business, the business side of things. And so I was still left just trying to figure out how in the world I was supposed to reach people online. And so for probably about a year, I just kind of struggled with blogging and posting randomly on Facebook and Instagram and having no clue what I was doing. And then when I enrolled in HBA, there was a very clear outline of exactly how you were to go about getting patients and clients to come in, and they had their pipeline that was very easy to set up. It was a lot of work, but it was very laid out, and so then you would just get it done, and then their coaches were there to help you understand why this wording or that wording didn't work and why people weren't interested. I guess there was no interest there because I found out for me personally, I'm too scientific, and so it was just kind of going over people's heads. I wasn't really getting to the bulk of the problem. It was all very scientific based. And so once I started understanding that it's more the emotional pull that we need to go towards in marketing to really get people interested in what we're doing, that's when the doors started opening up. And I would never have been able to do that without HBA because I had no clue, the first thing about reaching out to people, because what's interesting to me is not interesting to the majority of people, and they don't understand half of what I'm saying anyway. So that's been a really interesting journey, is trying to really figure out how to talk in a way that other people understand, and being able to bring my personality to the forefront as opposed to being the medical doctor who's just super straight-laced. And it's been a hard journey, but very, very worthwhile, and has helped me grow as a person and a practitioner, not only as a business person. So some of the main challenges that I was dealing with regarding that was basically just that, how to get my message out to people, because when I first started, I had very little feedback, very little information, very, very little interaction. Nobody wanted to be a part of my group. And it wasn't until I started learning that piece, that, looking at things from how a layperson is going to look at it and the emotional component behind how their symptoms are affecting them, did I really understand how to interact with them in a virtual setting, since I don't get that personal one-on-one communication in a conversation. And that was the hardest part for me to grasp, and where I was really lacking when I first started HBA. So since then, I think the first year that I was in business, I lost $20,000 or something like that. And this year, in the 3 months that from the time that I actually had started my ads until current, I've actually made $12,000. And this month I'm on track for making my first $10,000 month. And I'm only 6 months out from officially launching my pipeline. So that to me has been an amazing improvement, and just the personal and professional growth that has happened from that. I'm starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. So I know that this is going to be a reality for me. And before, where I felt like I was floundering, now I have clear direction. And one of the things that I love about Yuri and his team is that there's not a week that goes by that somebody isn't checking in to ask how you're doing. And they have a red light, green light system. And if you're red, you're stuck. And they help you figure out where you're stuck, because sometimes you just don't know. And so they're able to point you in the right directions and who you need to talk to in their team to really move past that sticking point. And then if you're in the green, then they just cheer you on, and they, help you figure out how you can continue to scale and grow and improve things so that you're continuously in that green zone and moving forward. So what I would say to someone who is skeptical with working in HBA or with Yuri and his group is that I know how scary it can be to invest in your business, and it's a fairly good chunk of change, and but really it's pennies compared to what we spent on our education to be where we're at. And I've already in these last 3 months, I've made back all of the money that I've invested in this program and then some. And so it has a very, very quick return on investment. And then from here on out, it's all going to be profit, right? So I would just say that this has been an amazing experience, and I feel like I've gotten as much business education over the last year that I've been with HBA as I mean, way more than I ever got in medical school for sure. And I just think that it's an amazing value to really learn how to reach people. And it's not even about making the money, and it's not necessarily about the freedom or anything else. Really what it's about is reaching the patients that we need to reach to give them the information that they need to feel better. So I love working with Yuri and Bella and Pauline and Nicole and Michael and all of the group at HBA, and they've started feeling family-like. The whole HBA crew and all of the members, everybody just really stands up and cheers each other on, and it's a really great environment to be a part of, to help you through those times that are you just want to give up and throw in the towel, and none of them are going to let you. And I'm so thankful for all of them every day for that reason, because there are definitely a handful of times that I can think of that without their support and encouragement, I would not have continued on. Because going that route alone can be really discouraging and hard to stick with. And if it weren't for HBA, I definitely would not be where I am now. I'd continue with my one-on-one drag and be burnt out in another couple of years and want to switch to something completely different after all of these years and all of the investments that I've made so far. So I can only say thank you, Yuri, so much for everything that you've done, and for your wonderful team, and for the honest and compassionate coaching that you do, and for not holding back the punches and pushing us as we need to be pushed. So thank you guys.